Welcome back to Timber Rush, where giant trees, old-school logging, heavy forestry machines, and dangerous felling moments collide with raw nature. In the heart of Strawberry Valley, a towering sugar pine more than 100 years old reaches its final moment. The chainsaw sings, the wedge drops, and the forest holds its breath as the giant comes crashing down to the floor. This is man, machine, and muscle against time, bark, and legacy logging in one of its rawest forms. Taking down a mature giant is not always destruction. Sometimes it is renewal. When a tree reaches its peak, it can begin competing for the light, water, and space that younger forest growth needs. Selective cutting keeps the ecosystem stronger, allowing new growth to rise and the whole woodland to keep thriving into the future. Mastering a towering spruce starts with one precise cut, followed by the power of a 1.5-ton hydraulic jack. This is where real craftsmanship meets smart mechanics. The saw opens the path, the jack adds controlled force, and the tree moves only when the crew is ready. Experienced workers always know how to turn available equipment into the right support tool. This temporary scaffold gives height, stability, and access in a very practical way. It may look simple, but on a job like this, a stable setup can make the difference between control and chaos. They called it the ultimate tree relocation until gravity fought back. One bad lean, and down it went. This was not just timber falling. This was a six-figure disaster unfolding in slow motion. You have to see this to understand how quickly a careful plan can collapse. The flames rise fast, and there is no warning once they catch. One mistake here can mean no way out. Safety checks are not optional. In a situation like this, they are survival. What looked like a routine transport task becomes an extreme challenge for the ZIL-157. This Soviet beast is working at its absolute limit while the driver fights for every inch of traction. In rough conditions, even legendary machines have to earn every meter. Old-school forest technology is on full display here. Colored tape on the hydraulic hose is used to eyeball log length, while this Logma grabs and cuts by feel. No fancy sensors, no digital assistance, just operator instinct and machine muscle. One wrong mark, and you have a logging truck problem waiting to happen. Dead trees are silent threats. Disturb them the wrong way, and danger can arrive instantly. They may look still, but the tension inside them can release faster than anyone expects. It slipped earlier than planned, but he was ready. Everything had been set up perfectly, and that preparation is what kept the moment under control. Whoa, look at this. A massive cedar just came down. Imagine the stories it could tell after centuries of storms and seasons in the forest. Now its journey continues, not as a standing tree, but as timber with a new purpose. From nature's giant hands to human use, the legacy lives on. The mighty sequoia stands no chance against expert hands. With precise cuts and perfect calculation, it tips and thunders down. Raw nature is guided by pure skill in a spectacular clash of force and craftsmanship. Old-school muscle is on full display. Tires claw through mud, hauling tons of timber like it weighs nothing. This is pure road domination from a machine built to drag wood through punishment. One man, one saw, one ancient giant. This is not just cutting. It is a battle of nerve and steel. With every inch of bark, history comes down. The roar of the chainsaw cuts through the silence, and there is no room for error. Blink once, and nature takes back control. Felling a monster Yulin tree is a brutal test for any logger and chainsaw. This Borneo giant is dense, heavy, and hard enough to slow a saw down. One wrong cut can trap the bar or shift tons of wood without warning. Proper technique and safety equipment matter here. Big trees do not fall easily unless you have the right saw and a wedge that knows its job. This professional runs a high-powered felling saw, setting the hinge with millimeter focus. One wedge strike, one deep breath, and the whole hillside listens. Precision, power, and no second chances. The Tigercat 855C does not just cut trees. It grips, pulls, and stacks them with brutal control. That feller buncher head turns heavy timber into a clean workflow, but only trained professionals should work anywhere near a machine like this. No more hammering or using manual force to control the fall direction. A hydraulic pile driver helps push the trunk in a steadier, safer, and more controlled way. When used correctly, it gives the crew better command over the tree and reduces the guesswork. Subscribe to Timber Rush for more giant tree felling, dangerous logging moments, forestry machines, timber transport, and extreme woodcutting action.